It's a Forward Creators podcast. My name is Warren.
My name is Levert.
Hey, and welcome to another great show. So
Hold on.
Wait, what?
I didn't finish my introduction.
Oh, my bad.
My name is Levert.
Yeah.
Also known as Leverticus.
Mm-hmm.
Also known as Sweet Dick Willie.
See, I was just thinking earlier. I was like, I ain't got no fucking cool ass podcast nickname. I need to come up with some shit.
It's just on the top of the head, top of the dome.
I need to freestyle that
Just
shit.
Let that shit flow.
I need to freestyle that shit.
Just freestyle it.
Let me see. I don't know. Shit. I can't even think right now. I'm about
AKA T'Challa or the Black Panther. or Darkness or some
Darkness.
shit. I don't know.
All right.
You gotta come up with your own shit, your own flavor.
Let me see. I gotta think about it. Hey, I'm gonna leave it right here, and I'm gonna come up with something by the end of the show. Definitely.
Okay, we can deal with that.
Yeah, we can
or
do
the
that.
Black Mamba.
The Black Mamba.
Or BBC. I don't know. You gotta be packing when you say BBC. You can't be shortchanging them. You know what I'm saying? They can tell that you come with that big dick energy. Otherwise, I mean, like, you be looking suspect.
All right, well, the next show I'm gonna wear some gray sweatpants then.
Boy, stop. Boy, stop. Hell no. Boy, stop.
Motherfucker gonna have to do a remote podcast at this. Be like, yo, I ain't sit right next to your ass no
Hell
more.
no. Hell no. Hell no. Need a whole fucking couch.
Get the whole couch to myself. I do some shit like that. All right, so we about to get into it. So let me see. The first subject I actually wanted to talk about was streaming service. Like so with the streaming services now, like I would have thought they would have did that shit a long time ago, but it seems like the bigger ones like Amazon. I think Netflix is still basically doing like their binge watching model, but Amazon just recently jumped to like a weekly model with The Boys. And I didn't even realize that until the first episode dropped. I didn't know they was like moving to like a weekly episode. So, and I thought it was gonna be. I thought that was Amazon's choice to go in and do that, but it was actually one of the showrunners. He decided to go in and do that. He was basically saying that, you know, it's almost like a sugar high. Like once you get all of these episodes all at one time, you just kind of just binge through them, and it's just like after that they just kind of just fall off the map a little bit. Like nobody's really talking about them. It's like it's a spike in the viewership, and then after that it's just like it's out of people's consciousness because people have such a short attention spans.
So instead of having a one night stand, they want to have a full relationship.
You want to have a full on fucking relationship with you. They want to romance you and shit.
I don't know how I like that shit.
Especially when you've been just a one hitter quitter like your whole life. Like Netflix kind of spoiled us with that shit.
I mean, sometimes you only got one round in. You only got one bullet.
You're just a musket.
I mean, come on now.
One shot, one kill. You want to watch everything all in one night and then be done with it. But because honestly, we were doing that for so long. Like Netflix spoiled us with like every fucking show that they had. It was always just like you just get it all. You just run right through it real quick. Yeah, get it off and just keep it moving and just ghost the show. Like you don't even talk about it anymore. So
That's
it's
true.
like
That's true.
So are you? And then like even with Disney Plus came out the gate doing that with The Mandalorian. Like it was a weekly show.
So is Disney gonna do the same thing? I hope not.
Yes. Disney.
No, Disney. They did it weekly too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They
That's
did
right.
The Mandalorian was a weekly show, and the same thing is gonna happen with all the Marvel shows. So whenever the fuck they actually come out, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the Loki show, all of those shows are actually gonna be weekly shows instead of what Netflix was doing.
Okay. I mean, Disney, that makes more sense because, I mean, they put a lot of money into it, and it's like watching a movie. Yeah. It's not going to be like a regular show, I don't think.
I mean, did you love The Mandalorian, though? I mean, wait. So are you a Star Wars fan, or did you just watch Star Wars?
No, I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm not like a super nerd Star Wars fan.
Like, you don't know, like, all the ins and outs? You ain't watch all the animated shit?
No, but I love sci-fi and going out in space and just the epic journey. Yeah, everything is epic when it comes to Star Wars.
Especially now, like what was the last movie when Palpatine came back to life and all this other shit and Rey and
was it the Last Jedi? Rise of the Skywalker?
Rise of the Skywalker.
I think so. Rise of Skywalker.
I think that movie was such trash, yo. Like
really?
I couldn't stand that movie, yo.
I don't think it was trash. I think certain parts were trash because I think how they tied everything in, it kind of like did a do-over from the previous movie.
It seemed like every movie they try to do a do-over from what the last director was doing. It's just like they wipe shit out. It's like because remember I'm saying, what was the first movie where Ray was in it, and they kept trying to convince her that she was a nobody and that her parents were like basically like crackheads, and they just left her on the planet and left and never came back. But kind of find out they wasn't, like that was Palpatine's daughter, and it's just, I don't know. It just seemed like they were kind of retconning way too much stuff, in my opinion.
I'm looking up the films.
You looking it up right now?
Yeah.
And when they come out? Yeah, because it just seemed like they were just retconning way too much about those stories.
The Last Jedi, I think. When she first came back. Was it The Last Jedi?
No, it wasn't The Last Jedi. Last Jedi was the old shit. No, I think it was the Return. What the fuck was the name of that original movie with Ray and Poe was in?
No, it is. It's Star Wars, The Last Jedi. That was her first movie.
Yeah.
Of the Jedi.
Okay, got you. It was The Last Jedi. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, I thought that movie was good. It had real good, like, old school vibes, like the way that the older movies was.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, it seemed like every movie after that just kind of just fell apart for me.
The last set of these new movies, I think probably the best one was the little side story, Rogue One. That was the best.
That was dope.
Set.
I like that movie. That was a really good one. Like, it's like, that was a movie I didn't even know I wanted to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one that had a lot of meat and content into it, and it made sense.
Yeah, because it took like a little throwaway line from like one of the older movies and kind of just made a full-on like epic war movie out of that whole thing. So basically getting back to The Mandalorian. You like The Mandalorian?
I enjoyed it.
It just seemed
I felt like it was too, for a Star Wars TV show, it had a little dash of epicness, but it was like self-contained.
I think it had a lot of potential. Yeah, it was self-contained.
It was too small for me. When you look at a Star Wars movie, it takes you on a journey, but I think a little bit of part of making it seem small is that all the episodes were broken down into weekly episodes. So we was getting a little bit over time.
Honestly, for me, it felt like nothing connected. It felt like from one episode to the next, it felt like the events of the previous episode had nothing to do with the next one.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it had enough meat on it to really carry over to the next episode for me.
Yeah, and I felt the best part of The Mandalorian is Baby
Don't
Yoda.
say baby.
Baby Yoda.
Okay.
Shout out to Baby Yoda.
And I really hate
Love
that
you.
because it's like Baby Yoda. Okay, he's cute. Okay, everybody gets that. But other than that, it's like, what the fuck is his purpose?
To look cute.
That's it.
That's
to
it.
sell toys.
That's it.
It was just like, it was nothing else for me. It's just like, okay, I get it. He's cute and he got a couple powers or whatever. But it's just like, it didn't seem like it was anything else to that. Like, it didn't seem like they really thought that through all the way.
Baby Yoda is like, especially if you're single or whatever, you want to have a conversation starter. Get you some Baby Yoda.
You guys still say
Actually,
Baby Yoda?
You can get you like a Baby Yoda pillow or a Baby Yoda stuffed animal. Just put on your bed, and the woman come in like, oh, that's so cute. Oh my god. I'm like, oh my god. I don't have any dogs or anything, but I got Baby Yoda.
And that's just gonna set it off.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then after I introduced her to my stuffed animal, I removed the stuffed animal because I don't want Baby Yoda seeing what I'm about to do to her. And then we're gonna proceed. That's what I'm saying. Like, and that would be kind of weird. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta turn Baby Yoda away.
Yeah, I gotta turn him off. I gotta put him in a closet. Maybe put him in another room because I don't want him to hear all the different sounds that's coming from my room. You know, so I gotta be respectful. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta put Baby Yoda away before you put a lightsaber.
Kind of like a proud parent. I'm not gonna be like one of these ratchet mamas or daddies smashing in front of their kids. Like, that's disgusting. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff going everywhere. Like, nah, just take them, put them in different rooms. So that case, you don't have no evidence.
You're trying to traumatize them.
Nah, you don't have to put them in a washing machine and nothing like that. You just keep it moving. That's a great conversation starter, y'all.
Baby Yoda set it off. So, okay, so as far as like The Mandalorian and Disney Plus and Amazon moving to like a weekly type of format, is that something that you cool with, you comfortable with, or do you want to go back to binge watching?
Nah, with Disney, like I said, they in their own category. Disney is a full course meal weekly.
And you feel like that week will like give you enough time to digest it and kind of process.
Yeah.
And it basically puts everybody on the same level, the same schedule. Because some people like me, like I'm watching literally as soon as it goes up online, I'm watching a lot of those shows I care about, like all the Netflix Marvel shows like Daredevil and Iron Fist. As soon Jessica Jones, as soon as them shits dropped, I was watching that shit.
Yeah, we was watching
as soon as
them,
they came out.
More than likely, we was probably disappointed at the episode.
Daredevil, I wasn't. Daredevil season 1. Yeah, season 1 was perfect. Mm-hmm. Jessica Jones, I was hooked on that shit.
Jessica was
Iron Fist, and it I don't think that was as terrible as everybody said it was. But
Iron Fist sucked.
No, I'm talking about season 1. I didn't even get through season 1.
2. He's throughout.
You finished season 2. I ain't finished that
throughout
shit.
Iron Fist, he couldn't do anything on his own.
Yeah, he needed a babysitter.
He always
the whole
needed
damn
babysitters.
Time. Yeah,
and
whole
I'm like,
damn time.
I still on season 2 with the whole fist situation. You get the fist, I get the fist.
Just everybody passing it. Yeah,
everybody getting the fist.
I told you last time
I didn't
on the
like
podcast.
that.
I didn't even get to that.
They made the fist like a hole or something.
Just passing that shit.
Just passing that shit around. The fist was a jump off.
Yeah, the Iron Fist belonged to the streets.
To the fucking streets.
So I don't know if I'm comfortable with going to like a weekly thing. Like I said, I've been so spoiled watching the Netflix shows. I mean, watching Netflix shows that I feel like I'm spoiled. But even with the boys, it was like torture. Like just watching that shit because like the last episode, like no spoilers or whatever. I'm not gonna really spoil the 7th episode. Mm-hmm. But it was so damn crazy, and it's just like it feels like they were filming it to have you binge it. But it's just like the cliffhangers are so fucking crazy. It's just like you're expecting to see another show, and then you got to realize this is a weekly show.
Yeah, I mean,
and I just don't. I'll eventually get used to it, especially when all the Disney Plus shows come out. I'll get used to it, but I just hate it for right now, though.
I guess you can understand that. I guess before they made that adjustment, they were going to put everything out the way it was filmed. That's what it seemed like.
Right.
Instead of weekly episodes, they was going to give you the full course instead of giving you like a slice of cake. Like,
could you imagine if The Expanse season 4 was a fucking weekly episode?
No.
I would have wanted to kill myself.
Well,
like that shit. That shit was.
See, you can't. Like I said in the beginning, we binge watched The Expanse because we came in later season. I think season 3.
Yeah, I didn't start. Well, I was on it when it first came out. And I watched the first episode, and I was like, this ain't for me.
Because it was on Sci-Fi at first.
Yeah, it was on Sci-Fi. And it was a weekly show.
Yeah, it was a weekly show.
But then when Amazon took over, season 4 was...
It was everything.
Yeah, it was like they just dropped the whole season. Mm-hmm. And I ran through that shit hard.
So you think they're going to change too?
I hope not, because it seems like Amazon is not the ones making the decision. It seems like it's the showrunners. The showrunners wanted to just make it a weekly kind of format. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if Amazon is moving towards that. I hope not. Because I guess The Boys is gonna let them know like the retention and how people are like receiving.
But with The Boys, I mean, they already got their fan base. I think it'll be that wouldn't apply also to Lovecraft because they got a fan base now in their weekly episodes. I think it depends on the show.
I'm saying, but HBO has always been a weekly thing. I don't think HBO is ever gonna like let you binge watch shit, like just drop like a new show like that.
Maybe they should have a model of you can pick and choose if you want to do weekly. Or if you want the whole enchilada, and you can pay up front to get all the episodes. But that wouldn't work either because people be spoiling it for everybody.
Yeah, everybody would. Yeah. Everybody would spoil it. And I think that's kind of a thing too. Like I think they want to make it like a cultural thing where everybody can, it's basically like regular TV. Mm-hmm. Instead of everybody just binge watching it or spoiling for somebody else, everybody just gets a fair shot, a fair opportunity to just watch it weekly and just catch up with everybody else.
Yeah.
So as far as what Disney, like something else that Disney Plus is doing, so let me see. Disney Plus. Oh, yeah, the other thing about Disney Plus is that what's that movie? Mulan just came out.
Did you see that?
No, I ain't see it.
Hell no.
I had no intentions of watching that at all. I didn't watch the original one. Don't really care about this.
I heard people was tripping because they didn't have Eddie Murphy's.
Oh, you talking about Mushu?
Yeah,
the little dragon.
Everybody like, where's the Mushu?
They probably should have. They probably should have just did it like that. I don't know if that would have made me watch it. But if you would have threw Eddie Murphy in that shit,
I don't know. Is Mushu in Asian culture? I think that was more probably like an Americanized probably thing.
I have no idea.
Everybody that was disappointed, I'm like,
yeah, a lot of people did not.
Wasn't watching anyway.
So basically, the reason why I brought it up, like, I mean, I didn't have plans on watching it. I know you didn't watch that shit, but basically, if you got a Disney Plus subscription, you would have to pay $29 on top of your subscription in order to watch that movie. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, that model would have been fucking awesome, though. Like, if they would have gave me that option to watch, like, any Marvel, because I hate going to the movie theater. I love movies, but I hate going to the theater. So if you giving me an option to sit on my couch and watch whatever I want to watch that would normally be in the theater, and I have to pay $30 on top of a subscription service, I would do it.
I think, that only applies to Marvel, because everything else, nah, you're not getting my extra money.
Okay, now as soon as COVID started happening, as soon as COVID jumped off, a lot of movies that was supposed to be released in the theater, they went to like theater at home or something like that. Like, okay, I saw Bloodshot with Vin Diesel. Did you see that?
That was a good movie.
That was a fucking awesome movie.
That was a good movie.
But it got messed up because of COVID. So I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it came out like a week and then COVID like basically shut down all the movie theaters. So I wound up watching it at home.
I watched it at home too.
And I would have been.
It was bootleg, definitely, but I watched it at home.
Yeah. What on the Fire Stick? Or did you like actually pay for that shit?
Pay for it?
Because I paid $20 for that shit.
I ain't paying. If it's not Marvel,
you ain't paying for no movie.
I ain't paying for shit.
See, I paid for that movie, and I was actually pleasantly surprised. I mean, because really, when I go to the theater, me and my wife go to the theater, I'm paying like almost $50 to go to the theater anyway. So if I get to sit home, watch it on my own TV, not be around a whole bunch of people, I'm gonna stay home and watch that shit and pay
you
$30,
married,
$40.
so you bringing sand to the beach, so you always gotta have extra money. Me, I'm solo. I don't want no date or anything, especially when it comes to Marvel, because I don't want you asking me no questions. I don't want to hear.
Nah, but she don't do that though. Like she said, like it's weird. Like we had a rule. Like when we get in the theater, don't talk to me, don't say nothing to me. We're not holding hands. This is not a date.
So what happens? What happens if she break the rule?
I mean, she ain't did it yet, but I'll just get up and move. I love you.
Shit. I thought you'd be like, with a slap or some shit. Like, don't you say I'm watching this movie?
Oh my God,
this is my time.
I don't want to say anything. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't want no interruptions. This is not a date. We just happen to be like, I don't know you. If me and my wife are going, I don't know her in the theater. We sit next to each other. It's a cone of silence. Like I'm focused. I'm locked in.
So y'all don't have no conversations before the movie?
Yeah, before the movie, like, but as soon as lights go up and it start flickering, that Marvel shit come up.
Is she a snacker?
Nah.
Okay.
Yo, both of us
you got a good one in.
Yeah, yo, we fast. Like 2 hours before the movie comes on, I don't eat shit.
That's planned out?
Yes.
Like the fast is planned out?
Yes.
Her too?
Every single time.
Damn.
I'm not getting up to use the bathroom and like, yo.
Was that a discussion? Like, how did y'all plan it out?
It just happened like, because I'm not gonna get up to go to the bathroom, especially during Infinity War and Endgame.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I think I was starving. Like 3 hours before the movie, I ain't drink no water, I ain't eat shit, I ain't do nothing before the movie came on.
I think I ate something at lunch, but by the time
did you get up? Like, did you miss any of the movie?
No, I think I went into the restroom beforehand to pee or whatever, and then I was good to go. Yeah,
I said, but honestly, I would pay up to like $50 to see a Marvel movie at home. I'm damn near paying that much anyway.
But I get multiple watches.
I do it for one watch. Because I'm already doing it. I'm already paying that much.
Like,
I go to Atlantic Station.
I've never been, but like the little where they go to them booths. You know what I'm saying? You have the women. You put in a quarter.
The fuck you like a peep show?
Yeah, a peep show. You know what I'm saying? You put in a quarter and you get like a time limit, and then you put in another quarter. Not like I've been, but I'm just saying, like, I need multiple watches. I don't want nah. This ain't no OnlyFans. I'm like,
you gotta get a second bite at the apple,
huh? Yeah, $50. That's a two. Give me at least 2 viewings.
I'll take 2, but if they said you only get 1, I'm good. I'll take my 1 and be done. I'm good.
Nah, that's why I can't really fuck with no prostitutes, because I'd be like,
damn, but you want to cuddle afterwards?
I mean, like, at least have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe hold me. Can I be like the? Can I be
you gonna be the little spoon?
Yeah, I want to be the little spoon. I'm tired of being a big spoon. You know what I'm saying? Just like hold me, talk to me.
You want to be held sometimes too, right?
You gotta have a full conversation. You're like, come on now.
Talk to me, romance me.
I need some support.
Or get her to braid your hair and shit.
Nah, ain't nobody touching my hair. Nah, stay out of my hair. Actually, when it comes to having locks, my lights done got so long now. I gotta pull it up because I don't like it all in my face when I'm going to work.
Yeah.
You know, so I gotta tie
You
it
that
up.
shit flapping back and forth.
Or like with the locks, you might have some oil in it and just leaking on your face, and you really into it, right? But then you like, fuck, I can't see because all the oil is in my eyes. So like, it's not. Everybody with locks know you gotta pull your hair up.
Gotta pull it up.
Yeah, especially going to work.
Yeah, you don't want to slap her in her
She
face.
already know when I'm pulling my hair up, girl, I'm about to break it down.
About to go to work.
Hell yeah.
All right, so what the fuck? All right, so more Marvel news. It's just been rumored that Jamie Foxx is supposed to be returning as Electro. Are you excited about that?
I'll be excited if are they tying like the Spider-Verse? Like they haven't really discussed like what they're really doing. And
No, they haven't.
I'm kind of excited because if Jamie come back, that means Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man comes back.
Are you excited? I'm not excited.
I think
like
it'll be dope to see all of them together, especially like the old OG Tobey Maguire, the original Spider-Man. That'll be dope to me.
Not happy about that.
You don't think so?
Nah, it's possible. It's possible that that's what they're doing, but I'm not excited about that. Like, honestly, the Tom Holland version of Spider-Man, I like this version. I like this version, I would say, even better than the Tobey Maguire version. I would say I like this version. And the reason why I like this version is because they have him as a young kid. They have him young, and he's growing up throughout high school. It's almost like on some, I ain't never watched Harry Potter, but I understand how it is, though. It's on some Harry Potter shit where, like, every year you see him, he's a little bit older. He's going through a little bit more. He's going, like, eventually you'll see this version of Spider-Man, like, in college and shit like that or whatever. So I like that. I like seeing this person grow, and I think we need to see more stories of him alone before we start incorporating all this other shit.
I know, but I think they're going toward the multiverse.
Yeah, I know that, and I believe that, and I think that's the best way that they're actually going to use.
And even like what was that? Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Dope.
That
animated.
shit was amazing.
That was dope. But look how even when he started out, they had multiple Spider-Man coming in, and that was a great story. And I'm thinking, even with Tom Holland Spider-Man, he can learn a lot from Tobey Maguire's and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
Yeah, but as far as like Into the Spider-Verse, I would hope that Miles Morales gets his own movie by himself. I hope the second movie is probably going to be Into the Spider-Verse too, but I would love for Miles to just shine on his own. Yeah. I mean, he was a star of that movie, but I would love for him to just get his own movie, be his own Spider-Man, do his own fucking thing. Like, I can't wait for that game to come out. That game
was dope. And I can't play it because I'm not a PlayStation peon, but that's another story.
I love
Team
it.
Xbox.
See, that's the thing about it. PlayStation got all the exclusives that I care about. I could never own an Xbox. Xbox don't have shit that I care about because I remember when like Metal Gear was a PlayStation exclusive. I remember when GTA was a PlayStation exclusive. I only play like specific type of games. Like it's got to be like Grand Theft Auto, Metal Gear Solid, fucking Ghost of Tsushima, or however you pronounce that. I think that's a PlayStation.
Never played it.
PlayStation exclusive. Fucking Last of Us, that's a PlayStation exclusive.
See,
like those are the type of games I can't play. Fucking Call of Duty, I'm terrible at that.
That's all I play, Call of Duty.
I can't play it. I can't play first person games. If I can't see my character, I'm trash. And that goes all the way back to like I'm old. That goes all the way back to like James Bond.
You like
Nintendo 64
story games, don't you?
I love if it ain't got no story, I don't care.
I don't like story games.
I need motivation. Why am I playing this game? Why am I shooting that person? Why am I doing this? I need to understand my motivation.
I use like Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto. I love those games.
And even with Grand Theft Auto, you don't play that shit. You just shoot motherfuckers.
Yes.
And blow up.
I go in, fuck some people up, then they end up fucking me up because they good at it.
You get tired of that shit, then you bounce.
But I like to get in, do my work, and get the fuck out. I'm the side piece.
I'm
not the main piece. Get in, do my work, and get the fuck out.
You Jody.
I'm Jody, coming in the back door with some vibranium shoes so you'll never see me coming.
Sneakers.
You'll never see me coming.
So as far as Electro being in there, so do you think it's the same as like I didn't even finish that movie.
Why? It was decent.
No, it wasn't.
That movie was decent.
Nah.
That's the movie with girl, she died in the end, right? Stacey.
Gwen Stacy?
Yeah, she died in the end.
Her neck snaps and he was fighting Electro.
But isn't she supposed to play Black Cat?
Nah, I don't think so.
In the comics, wasn't she Black Cat?
Gwen Stacy?
Yeah.
Nah. Black Cat was Felicia Hardy. Felicia Hardy. Yeah, but no, Gwen Stacy, I mean, she's Spider-Gwen. She could do that. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not excited about the Spider-Verse shit yet. I mean, eventually I would be. But in the MCU, like I'm still not happy about like this whole Sony Marvel deal though. Like I hate all of this because I hate the fact that Marvel doesn't have control over the characters. Like Marvel knows what they're doing with Spider-Man. That's why Sony incorporated them in this whole process. Anyway,
you look at it, Sony like a pimp. You know what I'm saying?
They just lend that shit out.
You lend your bottom bitch out. Get that money.
Spider-Man is that bottom.
Make
bitch.
sure you get my $1 billion, and I'll take my shit back.
Took it right back, and then they're just gonna fuck up the money. They're gonna fuck because they're making all these movies. Like they was talking about making an Ant-Man movie, talking about making just like all these different random ass movies. Like a Morbius movie that has nothing to do with Spider-Man. I don't like the fact that Marvel doesn't have creative control over the characters. I think that's what I hate about it.
I didn't like Venom, but I think I'm still going to watch Morbius.
5 minutes of that shit. I think Morbius is going to be trash. Wait, when was that supposed to come out?
I think this year.
God, there was a lot of movies.
Everything being pushed back.
Just like whatchamacallit. Whatchamacallit is supposed to come out too. A Quiet Place 2. God, that first one was so good.
It was good.
And I think that was supposed to have been out. I think that was supposed to come out like a couple months ago. But Tenet,
that's not a movie you watch at home unless you got like a great sound system, like a surround sound system.
Yeah, well, I did watch it at home, like afterwards.
Was it as good?
Nah. It was still great though. It was still a great movie, but I remember like everything from like watching the first one.
Because with that movie,
did we see that together?
I think we did, but I think we were sitting in different places. Or you probably. Did we sit in handicap places like we normally do?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we sat up there.
I don't want to discuss that because then people be trying to take the handicap places.
Yeah. Don't try to steal my move. Don't try to steal my move. Stay out my theater. Don't try to steal
nobody
my move.
sit next to me.
Yeah.
But you know, like the awkward part is like when a handicapped person rolled up beside you and you like, oh, do you have somebody with you? And I'm like, I'm not moving, but I was just trying to be courteous.
Yeah, I mean, you can kick it up here. You can come up here and chill, but I'm not moving.
What they gonna kick up?
Well, I ain't touching that. I ain't touching it. I'm not. Yeah. The statements made by the individual speakers of the podcast were made by them.
Man, whatever. That's some real shit, though. Salute to all y'all.
Salute
to all y'all. Because, I mean, definitely, it don't matter.
Right hand salute, left hand salute.
Marvel got all different types of fans, you know what I'm saying? Like black, white, you know what I'm saying? Different nationality.
Love y'all all.
Love everybody.
Love everybody.
Let's keep it rolling.
Let's keep it rolling. Okay.
Let's go.
So as far as talking about the theater or whatever, so Tenet came out. You ain't even seen that yet.
I was excited until I heard the reviews and how everybody was confused about it.
You heard my review or you just heard everybody?
No, because the thing is that night, usually what I do is if a new movie comes out and if it's Marvel, I'm not going to check Twitter, but I'm on Twitter. And then a lot of reviews was like,
you ain't even got enough time to check Marvel
what
reviews.
What the fuck did I just see?
As far as Marvel, you be like we're always the first ones in there.
Yeah,
like
we're the first ones.
First.
I don't go to Friday. I go to Thursday or to Wednesday.
Exactly.
But yeah, I heard some of the reviews and everybody was confused about it. I was like, I'll wait because I mean I'm not trying to.
Oh man.
The only reason the only way I would put my life on the line in this COVID situation, this pandemic, if it's Marvel. Other than that, everybody else can kick rocks.
Well, I saw it in Cobb Galleria, and they got like these big ass fucking recliner, like them shits is dope. Like you could lean all the way back in them shits.
Was social distancing?
Yeah, like it was like
how many people in the theater?
It's like 10 tops, and it was all like spread out like everywhere. Like it was complete social distance in there. Like people was like wearing their mask the whole time and everything. So it was pretty dope. Like, and they got like hand wipes. You could wipe the couches down, like the chairs down before you go in. So
they wipe. Are you sure they wipe before and after?
No, I wiped it down.
Oh, okay.
Like it's wipes.
I won't trust them.
No, hell no. It's wipes. Like as soon as you go in there, you pull the wipes out. You wipe it down.
I worked at a movie theater. They don't pay me enough to wipe for your ass.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, hell nah. Yeah, but yeah, I went there. They were social distancing Tenet, but I saw it. That shit was trash though.
Like super trash.
Yes.
I'm gonna still see it.
I know. I honestly, I would say you need to see it. Like you honestly need to see it to understand why people feel the way they feel about it. I like, even though I didn't like it, I'm glad I saw it. Mm-hmm. Like if people told me it was bad and told me why they didn't like it, I would still be interested in seeing that movie. Like
I like the special effects.
And John David Robinson was it John David Robinson? He's fucking awesome. Like he was in Ballers. You ever seen that with The Rock?
I seen certain episodes.
Yeah, and he's really great in that.
I really want to go back and watch the show because this is a dope show.
It's a great show.
I think during the time it was when Game of Thrones was on. So a lot of great shows was out, but my attention was fully gave to Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Even though that was a shitty ass season. Or series finale.
Season was fucking terrible, man. Like, do you even care about like the prequels that they got coming out? I don't care about anything Game of Thrones now. Like, I'm completely
nah.
I don't even give a shit if they go all the way back and talk about the Targaryens and how they started on the island and all this other shit and how they was doing the Dance of the Dragons. I really don't even care anymore. Unless they're gonna have different showrunners. Because I don't even think those Weiss and whatever the fuck the other dude's name is. The showrunners for the
who gives a fuck?
Yeah, those dudes.
I think everybody said it. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
fuck
as
them.
long as those dudes not. But aren't they involved in something? There's something else coming out that they're involved in.
Nah, they were gonna be involved.
It was gonna be in Star Wars. They was gonna do Star Wars,
but they saw the backlash behind that, and they took them off of that.
Off of Star Wars.
I think so.
But they're still on something now, though, that I'm trying to think of.
Well, we need to find out, and then we need to avoid that show at all costs.
What the fuck are they supposed to be on? I'm trying to figure out right now. I cannot think of what show they're supposed to be on.
Side note, I had an epiphany the other day.
What's that?
Since Trump he was in the hospital, you know what I'm saying, for his COVID
You believe
situation.
that shit, though?
I don't.
You believe,
and I'm
you don't believe he got COVID?
I'm not praying for his ass.
Hell no.
Like, I don't give up people going to fix their lip to pray for the president.
Yeah, I'm not going to publicly say, I hope he die.
No, I mean, it's not even that.
But ask me offline, and I'm gonna spit that real shit.
I'll pray for Trump. After I pray for the 200,000 souls individually, I'll get to him later.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That we lost.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, like, if he's in the hospital, you know, like, say something were to happen, you know what I'm saying? And then, where they go to Pence or whatever, like the change of power, whatever.
And then Nancy Pelosi will be
the way my mind be thinking, I'm like, this kind of reminds me of like Game of Thrones ending. Like, what if the shit was set up like Game of Thrones and Trump's son, what's his name, Barron or something, the little kid ended up
the young one,
the president of the United States.
He wanted to be a president.
That's how fucked up the Game of Thrones series finale was.
Yeah,
that shit was fucked up.
That was some bullshit. The person who never wanted the throne, the person who was completely unfit for that shit, that was stupid. That was a dumbass ending. That was a dumbass
sitting
ending.
Pretty. Like, motherfucker, you listening the entire time.
And Jon Snow just go off, like, he just go off by himself.
That was ridiculous.
Past the wall.
Because even within Game of Thrones,
Annie, she died. The fucking, what's her name? Fucking the queen. What the fuck is her name?
Cersei?
Yeah, Cersei and Jamie, they making out and shit like that. While the fucking,
I mean,
like, they gave them a beautiful
I can understand,
ending.
like,
nah,
Jamie
fuck
fucking
that
Cersei, even though that was his sister. As crazy as she was, I bet she had some amazing pussy. Like, that shit was the Mad Queen type of pussy. Like, you gotta take that. Like, even when they died, it was so beautiful. All the rocks falling, you know, you got in the arm. Like, damn, all these rocks falling down, boy. But that was some good ass pussy. I can live. I could die right now. We damn. It is what it is. You know what?
Oh my
god. He got his ass on that horse, and he left old girl. What was her name? The big girl.
Oh, Brienne.
Cause she came out in a house coat and everything.
Like, she might as well just been sitting there smoking a fucking cigarette. Like, Jamie, like, she came out in the house coat, like in the cold.
Yeah,
that was fucked up.
Like, I mean,
he did her dirty.
Nah, she should have seen it coming. No matter how much you think a person has changed, at its foundation, Jamie Lannister is a fuckboy.
He did a smash and dash.
Nah. A smash.
He did her
a smashing
dirty.
Horse. Let me hop on my horse and gallop away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and never came back to get with his sister.
You know what the fucked up part is? You know, the horse, it don't have like a rearview mirror, so he didn't even look back.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He just kept it moving. He just kept it moving.
He had her in her house coat in the cold. That was...
And she, like, you waited so long to get that dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, she like, it's mine now. Nah, buddy. That's for the streets. Jamie's for the streets.
Yeah, Jamie a hoe. Nah, he ain't even no hoe. He just want to smash her.
Hey, and that's a difference between, you know, that pussy sucked. Because he took his ass and got on that horse and like, it wasn't worth the damn. Let me go back to my main. Let me go back to my main.
His main is his sister. That is some wild ass shit. Fucking
Oh shit.
Where are we at with this shit now? So
we on horseback.
Horseback, yeah. So on horseback, let's go on a ride back to the theater. So as far as going back to the theaters, do you think the world is ready to go back? because Tenet didn't do that good. Because I want to say, let me look at the numbers for Tenet. Let me see. I got a fact right here, and I'm bad with that shit. So Tenet at the last time I checked was a couple days ago. Tenet earned close to $300 million. The production cost for Tenet was $205 million.
And that's $100 million?
Yeah, and that's not even including marketing. And this is a little known fact. Tenet, they got the number one spot. They got the number one spot for being the lowest number one movie in 32 years. Let me see, is that right? Yeah. So it did the lowest earning movie. Mm-hmm. Did the lowest earning number one movie in 32 years. So yeah, so they only earned 300 million. I'm gonna have to cut a lot of that shit out. They only earned $300 million, but the production cost was $205 million. So they basically ain't make shit. So it's the lowest earning number one movie in like 32 years. So I don't think people are ready to go back. Like everybody's gonna be pushing their movies back because nobody wants to go to the theater.
Put it this way, that's Tenet, and people were saying it wasn't a good movie. But But you think when Marvel gets back, everybody named Mama gonna be up in that theater? Well, at least the diehard.
You think
Marvel
the whole
fans.
world? Yeah. I mean, those are billion-dollar movies. People will go back for that shit. But okay, but if that was the case, why is Black Widow keep getting pushed back then?
They put a lot of money into that movie, and they wouldn't make all that money back.
Yeah,
it ain't no telling how much they spent though. I'm pretty sure they probably spent more than Tenet.
And then them pushing Black Widow back is pushing back all of the Marvel TV shows. Yeah. So the Marvel TV shows are probably living up to the promise that the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did. Because remember when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. came out, they was like everything is connected. Everything was supposed to be connected. All the TV shows and the movies were supposed to be like, tying into each other, whatever. But that was a fucking lie. Like that never. Well, it was like one or two crossovers. Like Nick Fury showed up on there, and then
Lady Sif.
But it never really amounted to anything. Now, like it really didn't mean anything.
You feel like slick pissed that nothing was really connected?
Yeah, I'm pissed off because that was their tagline when they came out that show. They said everything is connected. That was their tagline.
I think,
and they never connected anything.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had one great season. That was the Ghost Rider season.
That was fucking awesome.
That was the Ghost Rider season.
With Robbie Reyes. Was it Robbie Reyes?
Yeah, Robbie Reyes.
God, he was fucking dope. That was a great. Like I remember when him and Quake was fighting each other in the garage. Mm-hmm. Like there was their production value was so through the roof.
I remember
on that season.
Watching that at the beginning of the season, and you was like, damn, the cinematography is different. The lighting is different. Everything is darker.
They was on a
more
whole different wave on that one.
They poured a lot of money into that season, dealing with the special effects and everything.
It was definitely worth it. I love that season. And then was that the same season? No. And then the next season, remember when he came back and he did that fucking that Doctor Strange shit when he took his chain and fucking whipped it around?
That was the same season. They just broke it up. They split it in the middle.
Because I thought that was a different season because remember that
was like the season finale for that.
Because I thought they switched it up because wasn't it like Agents of Hydra when they went to like the different world where What If Hydra? That was the same season though?
Yeah, I
thought he came back.
It was like a mid-season finale. But then it came back. It was within the same season because I think the next season was about the LMDs.
Yeah, the life model decoys. Yeah. And then the life model decoys, and then they went to like the, because then they go to like a whole different world.
I still haven't seen a new season yet.
I tried.
I heard they were setting up for the MCU though. Like maybe that Quake and them could just bleed over into the MCU.
But see, that's that's exactly what I'm talking about. Going back to the Sony shit. If you're gonna do all this Spider-Verse bullshit, if you're gonna bring back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, how come you're not incorporating the Marvel Studios shit? Like incorporate Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Why are you gonna go all the way over to the shit that Sony owns? Why do that when you could just do with just incorporate Luke Cage and not Iron Fist, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and Daredevil. Include your own shit.
Well. I guess it depends on.
Don't go all the way to Sony for your shit. Like you got a whole world. Incorporate them. Do some Spider-Verse. I mean, some.
You looking for a money maker though? Like if you got
but the Netflix shows got an audience though. They got an audience.
Yeah, they got an audience.
And if they said the Defenders are gonna be in the MCU, people would lose their fucking mind. I think even more than the Spider-Verse shit.
They should have been in the MCU.
They should have been in the MCU.
At least for that final battle. Even if it was just like a panning shot.
That's... Me and you've been talking about that before. Because I remember when they did the very first time when they did like that crazy panning shot in the Avengers. Mm-hmm. Remember when Iron Man was flying around and he'll jump down and he'll do some shit with Captain America and he'll fly back up, do some shit with Hawkeye?
In a building or something, looking or something like that.
All they had to do was just have all the four of them standing on the ground.
They could have CGI'd them if they wanted to.
CGI them, man. It's just like, okay, come on, like just crowd control. Like have people like, okay, saving people, shit like that. Like, come on, jump on this bus. And like, if they would have just something quick, people would have loved that shit.
Yeah.
People would have absolutely ate that shit up. But instead, they want to go all the way over to like, it's nothing against Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield, because I know y'all listen to the show. I know y'all love the show. But,
really?
They love it. They love it. Andrew Garfield called me personally, and he said he loves the show. So, no, but it's nothing against them or whatever, but it's just like, why not use the characters that you control right now instead of trying to incorporate some other shit? Especially if you're gonna do multiverse shit. Like have like the Netflix shows do some multiverse shit and just have them incorporate into the MCU official. I would just do it like that.
I mean, they were cool, good shows, but they wasn't on the level of the MCU.
No, they weren't, but that's because they weren't produced by Marvel Studios. Have them produced by Marvel Studios, it'd be a totally different story. Because those actors are great actors. All of those actors are actually really good.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah.
So
would you want them to keep the same Daredevil and Iron Fist and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage?
If you can bring back J. Jonah Jameson from the Tobey Maguire era, I don't see why you can't do it.
I mean, it'd be dope.
Especially what's Daredevil's name? The actor Cox.
Is it Charlie Cox?
Charlie Cox. He was amazing. He was an amazing actor, and I know he's willing to do it. So if you're going to bring back Tobey Maguire and incorporate him into this universe, bring him back, because Charlie Cox was awesome. Yeah.
Charlie Cox.
Yeah. So that was awesome. Let me see. So we talked about the theater. So are you ready to go? So you said you are ready to go back.
I'm ready to go back.
If a Marvel movie,
if a Marvel movie drop, I will drop my ass in that movie theater. In my seat, in my handicap seat.
Right. Yep.
And if y'all know, I'm slightly handicapped. You know what I'm saying? Like I walk.
Yeah, you got bad knees or something, right?
I walk with a limp.
There you go.
So my third leg keep hitting both my legs.
I knew that's where you was going.
Traumatized me. You know what I'm saying?
I knew that's where you was going with that.
That's the only way I can sit in the seat.
I knew that's where you was going.
The handicap seats are wider, so I got more room, more leg room. You know what I'm saying? You got it. Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
I knew that's where you was going with it.
You got to do what you got to do.
All right, so moving on, I guess the last subject, moving on to podcast news. So Joe Budden recently announced that he has his own network, the Joe Budden Podcast Network.
Salute to Joe Budden.
It's just some dope ass moves.
Yeah,
I love it. Like I love all the shit that he's talking, and it's not even about Charlamagne anymore. It's about him doing the shit that he said he was going to set out to do. Yeah. I don't know what the splits is like. I mean, I guess everybody's like, but I'm not here to count anybody's pockets. Like that. That's not personally what I'm interested in. I am interested in.
Hey man, how much you making at the Joe Budden podcast?
Nah. I mean, as long as they happy, as long as they know stories coming out years later where they talking about, especially because the show that's coming out is gonna be, it's called See the Thing Is. So it's gonna be three women on there. It's gonna be Bridget Kelly, Mandy B, and Olivia Dope. I never heard of them before. But
I only heard of Bridget Kelly because she's an R&B singer. I didn't really listen to her music, but and I've seen her like on. And
she's been on Joe Budden's podcast, right?
Yeah, she's been on Joe Budden's podcast.
Okay.
And every now and then you'll catch me watching on reality shows, Love and Hip Hop or something like that.
She was on there too, right?
She was on there for a minute.
Was she one of the wild ones or she was one of the chill ones?
In between. She didn't get too wild. Okay. You know, she was trying to look pretty and stuff like that.
Got you. Yeah. So like I really didn't follow them. I wound up watching one of their podcasts before, and it's pretty dope. I mean, I'm not gonna reduce them to like just talking about sex. I mean, they can talk about whatever they want to talk about, and they have like a huge following, a great audience.
Yeah.
But one of the interesting things about their show in particular is called See the Thing Is. Now that name has been used by another podcaster. God, what's her name? Her name is Charlotte, and she actually has a show called See the Thing Is.
Okay.
And she's been using that shit for like months now. And I think she just did like a season finale. And she's actually reached out every time I see an Instagram post about See the Thing Is about their podcast or even like Joe Budden, like her friends and her followers are always chiming in saying that's her name and so and she actually did her own little post or whatever and she was talking basically saying like that was her name, she was using it, she's a small podcaster and for them to come along and actually like take her name is kind of fucked up because when you Google that shit and you look it up, her shit is not coming up anymore. It's their stuff coming up right now and they haven't even released a show. And it's like, and that's a black woman, so it's like 3 black women coming out with their show, using a name, and it's even more. It's like the way they wrote it out, like the 3 different dots on the end of it, the ellipses on the end of it, like the quotation marks. They wrote it exactly like how she wrote it, and she's even saying herself, the original creator of the show, Charlotte. She's saying that it could be a coincidence. Like, it could possibly be a coincidence. Harmless. Yeah, it could be harmless, but if it is, now that you're aware of it, because, like, I've seen the comments going back and forth, like, from the people, on the new show. And so they're aware of it. So I'm just wondering, are they going to change the name or just going to keep it moving because apparently it wasn't copyrighted or whatever, so...
I think...
and what do you do in a situation like that? I mean, they haven't even released a show yet, so it seems like...
You might want to... As an artist, you might want to trademark your shit, or at least try to in the beginning.
Yeah.
But if, Joe Budden has a network, and if she has some fire content, I would pull her in. She could be another creator.
Right.
On his network.
Right.
But see, they market.
So that's a way of resolving the situation.
Yeah, kind of like, hey, I didn't mean to do, or trying to jack your shit, but I think you make dope content also, and see we can work some things out.
Right.
But if it was like the music industry, they wouldn't give a fuck. They would keep it moving.
Yeah, but Joey seems like he's trying to do, things.
Does she has a following or what?
She has a pretty decent following. I mean, and I've seen a couple of her podcasts. Like, she got some dope content on there. Like, she has some really good interviews.
What does she talk about?
She talk about business and stuff like that. I mean, she talks about. I mean, she brings in like a whole different gambit of like guests. Like, talk about like a whole bunch of different subjects. Like, I only seen like maybe like a couple of her shows.
Now, if they have a show and they started jacking her shit with different segments, then that's really fucked up.
Yeah, I think the shows are going to be completely different. I think aside from the name, I don't think the shows are really going to have that much in common.
Yeah.
But it's just, she's built a following, she's built an audience, and now she would have to just completely kind of switch that up. Now, I don't know how hard it would be for her to switch it up. Like, I'm talking about the original creator of the show using that name. I don't know how different would it be for her audience to follow her under a different name, or how difficult it would be for Bridget Kelly and Mandy B and Olivia Dope to just change their name. I mean, the show hasn't even come out yet.
Even with marketing and shit, that's money that you already put out there.
Yeah, but I don't think they did too much marketing though. I mean, it's fucking Instagram.
They filmed some commercials and stuff like that. They put them on IG.
Yeah, that's true.
That's money filming commercials.
Yeah, that's true. Even though it's still on Instagram, even though they're not paying any like marketing team or anything like that, it's all in house. It's still
money.
The cameras, the filming, the producers, the editors. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I mean, because there's production costs involved with the shit that we doing right now. So for them to change their name, yeah, I get it. They got somebody to probably design the logo and build it up and stuff like that.
See, the thing is, I'm just saying, there's money to that shit, man, and they don't want to be wasting no money. Maybe, I mean,
what would you do?
See how it play out.
If we found out that our name was already being used by somebody that had a smaller platform, would you consider changing our name?
Yeah, it depends on like how much money and shit you put into it, and
right.
But sometimes you can have a name that just fits,
Yeah.
And I guess it depends on what industry they in also.
No, I'm saying strictly like a podcast network. Like, when we found out our name was being used by like a smaller creator and we was infringing on their shit or whatever, and we start growing more and more in popularity, would you consider changing the name, or do you think that it would cause too much damage to our brand in order to change our name to try to do like the moral or the right thing by like a smaller platform? Because I'm trying to understand their position. Like, I get it.
Yeah, I get it too.
Like, I get both. I get both of their positions. Like, there's good people on both sides.
I mean, look at it like this. Look at the rap industry. How many motherfuckers' name got baby in it? Little baby, big baby, small baby, yellow baby. Like, everybody use the same names, but people differentiate between the artists or whatever. So,
I'm saying, so basically you think that...
well, it depends. Like, what if we like 404 creators?
Yeah.
And they had a podcast going on. They specifically talked about like sex trafficking or some shit.
God
like,
damn.
Or like, I don't know. It just depends on the situation. And if you feel like you need to change the name, you go ahead and change it. But if you feel like you built up the name and this is a part of you, I can feel you like keep going with the name.
Right. Yeah.
It just depends.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, because
like with Joe Budden, like I think what's the name? The Joe Budden podcast wasn't the official name of the podcast. It was like,
oh, it wasn't?
Nah, if you go back to his old shows, he called it, this is the podcast I would name later. Or some shit. That was really? The name of it. Like for the longest, he did not name it.
Yeah, because I had no idea. Because I'm brand new to the Joe Budden podcast. Like I just jumped on like recently when he started talking about like moving from Spotify. Because and I don't know how much business talk he was doing before, but this shit that like the shit that he's recently been talking about. This is shit that interests me now. Yeah, like him talking about business and ownership and and the data that he's supposed to be getting from like all these DSPs. Like at this point, I'm learning from his ass. Like I wasn't really a huge Joe Budden fan before, but I'm a fan of like business though. Like I'm a fan of like learning how to capitalize off of your name and your likeness and your creativity. Like that's all the type of shit that interests me. So it's like it just got my wheels spinning. So like I tune into his shit all the time now. Like I know they're on a break right now. When they come back, it's gonna be fire when they come back. But yeah, it's just good to know that there are avenues being created for us, and like we got pioneers like Charlamagne the God and Joe Budden and a couple other people just creating like these different lanes for creators like us and giving us opportunities to just think about different ways of monetizing our talents. I love that. I love that aspect of it. So shit, I think that's it for the podcast. Like we ran through like all the subjects I was thinking about talking about. Was there anything that you wanted to bring up?
I think it was. Hold up, I got one segment.
What?
I got one.
Oh shit! Fucking whatchamacallit come out tonight? Well, by the time this episode drops, Lovecraft Country would have already been out like a couple days. God, I can't wait to see that shit tonight. What you got a subject that you about to? Oh, yeah. Oh, I already know what you about to talk about. All right, go.
This is one of my segments of like me just being me, Leverticus or whatever. I just like random shit, man. I like to talk about random shit.
Yeah, that was funny when you said that.
More often than none, it's like way in left field. But I like it, so that's the only thing that really matters to me.
Right.
So I was on Twitter one day, and this guy by the name of Roy Wood Jr.
Yeah, from The Daily Show.
Oh, that dude's funny. His handle is at Roy Wood Jr. or Jr. And he had posed the question of, it's a relationship question. If you lost your spouse in a Thanos snap, but 5 years later the Avengers brought them back, but you already remarried with 3 kids and spent the life insurance on a failed food truck, do you get back with your old spouse or stay with your new Thanos snap family? And I just wanted to pose that question, and I was like, "What would you do?"
Oh,
I mean, you're a married man and everything. I'm single.
I'm married, so my official answer has to be I would get back with my OG wife. That would be my official answer. But,
you would get back with your OG? Yeah. Why would you go back to an old model when you got a new model?
That would be my official that would be my official currently married answer.
I think it depends, like.
Cause that shit would be in that was a real situation. That shit would be crazy as hell, yo. Your wife, your old wife just come back 5 years later.
I mean, would you be living in the same house that y'all was living in, or a different house?
Probably have the same bed and everything. That shit would be
insane. That's dirty.
That shit would be insane.
I would at least change the mattress, man.
That's crazy.
I'd change the sheets.
Just flip it over.
Hell no. Like, sometimes you change up a mattress and you flip it over and it's dirtier than the mattress.
It's dirty. I'm thinking, wow, what would you do, yo?
I mean, I'm more of a progressive type person, and if like you're dealing with,
you gonna do some sister wife shit?
I mean,
you gonna do some polyamorous?
Some big love, some polyamorous. Like what I was working with in the past. She knows what I'm working with right now, and I don't think she want to get that up. I say, like, why don't everybody just come together, like, and be a family?
Just
like,
a whole family, just come together.
Hell yeah,
literally come.
Like, for real.
Wow. So that'll be your answer.
Make it work.
Make it work.
Make it work.
We can do this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, she can get me on Monday through Wednesday. You get me on Thursday through Sunday.
And on the weekends, it's a free fall.
It depends on how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? One woman is enough, but
you need a day? Would you need a day of rest on Sunday?
Grind don't stop. The grind don't stop.
Yo, that'll be a wild ass situation.
I just have my house stock of Red Bull. You know what I'm saying?
Just keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Keep everything moving.
Keep the train going.
Yep.
Don't stop the train.
Going.
don't stop the train. Don't stop the train.
I'm tired. I am tired. Like, for real. Oh shit.
My God. Yeah, that shit that'd be a wild ass situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I think I cannot wait to watch Lovecraft Country tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
So our last episode was a breakdown of that episode. So having a little bit more time to process, because you watched it a second time, right?
Yeah, I watched it a second time.
So after because our last episode was like a breakdown of it, like first reaction. As soon as we saw it, we literally just turned around and started filming. Mm-hmm. So now that you had time to process it, what do you think about that episode? Do you have any additional thoughts about that episode, or is it basically the same as what you what you felt?
It's an amazing episode. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I thought I wrote down notes. What did I send you? Didn't I send you a text message about something I found out?
Yeah, well, it was a couple things.
Oh yeah.
It was a woman on a motorcycle. It was actually a real person.
A real person.
She was the oh my God, the motorcycle woman of Miami. Oh my God, I forgot what her name was, but yeah, I remember you sent me a text like that was a real woman. But see, that's one of the things I love about Lovecraft Country, is giving us an opportunity to like research our history as Black people. Like there's a lot of historical context in this show that we don't even know. Well, some of us don't know about. I'll speak for myself personally. It's a lot of stuff that I didn't know about. A lot of historical context that I did understand and did know about. But as far as that woman being a real historical figure, I didn't know about her. But I know she's from Miami though.
So her name is Bessie Stringfield.
Okay.
Says that her cameo is the best so far, according to fans.
Nice. So it's a lot of people that already knew about her.
I'm guessing so.
And she was just a Black woman who would just hop on a motorcycle and just ride all around the country by herself.
Who is Bessie Stringfield? While her origins and early years are up for the debate,
okay.
One thing that is known for certain is that Bessie was destined to ride motorcycles and make history. At the age of 16, she taught herself how to ride, and during the 1930s, she took to the road in several journeys across the U.S. and beyond, gaining particular notoriety for becoming the first Black woman to ride solo through all 48 mainland states, including into the Jim Crow South.
Damn.
Later, she served as a civilian courier for the U.S. Army, carrying documents between Army bases across the U.S.
Wow.
Encountering plenty of racism along the way. The heroic figure settled in Miami, Florida, after training to become a nurse, where she also set up the Iron Horse Motorcycle Club, earning the name the Motorcycle Queen of Miami. So it's some deep, dope history, man.
Yeah, Black history.
And I never knew that.
I never heard of her, but now I do. Yeah, because of this show. Yeah. And it's just one of those amazing things. It's like it's almost going back to like Black Panther. Mm-hmm. Like Black Panther got me, like watching that movie got me to research our history a little bit more, dive a little bit deeper about Blackness and what Blackness means to us, and try to kind of reshape our views of ourselves and how we are portrayed in like popular culture and media and stuff like that. And this is another one of those things. Yeah. Like, and it's crazy because I wasn't even thinking about even watching this show. Like, I thought about it at first and I was like, racism, but it's more than that. Mm-hmm. It's teaching us a little bit more. It's entertaining us, but it's showing us a little bit more about our history and our potential and, what we are capable of and what we've been capable of so many times before. So they're doing a great job of just going past entertaining us and they're educating us and they're sparking something in my mind that makes me want to like start doing more research. Like we never even knew about this woman, and she was doing all this awesome, amazing shit. And it's like now we know that.
Yeah.
So that's just another little gem that we can just pass down to people and say, this is what you're capable of. This is what you can do. This is what our ancestors have done in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. And during that era, we got it a lot. I mean, objectively, we got it a lot easier than she might have had it, and other people during that time might have had it. So we have less excuses to not achieve greatness.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just
it's a lot of hidden gems in this show.
Yeah.
A lot of hidden gems.
And it's a lot of stuff. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I'm definitely gonna watch this after the season's over. I'm definitely gonna go back and watch it.
Yeah.
And every little thing that might look like it might be an Easter egg for like, I guess you can still call it an Easter egg, even though it's like real historical shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'm gonna go back and like watch a whole bunch of different stuff and like, damn, I didn't know about this. I didn't know about that. And yeah, so it's encouraging me to just do a lot more research. And I can't remember the last show like really maybe say, oh damn, let me go and research this real hidden figure, this real person, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good way to end this show. What time Lovecraft Country come on? Come on, 9:00 tonight, right?
9 p.m.
Yeah. By the time this episode comes out, we would already watch it. We might do a breakdown of it next time. But this has been another great show. I love doing these shows. Yeah, great. Yeah,
great.
Yeah. So we about to head out, and I hope y'all love the show. All right,
Yeah.